Action Sixties with your host, Mr. Senior Adult himself, Herman Bailey.
I love you. All right, give me the signal, folks. That means I love you. And come up close, will you, Jake? What camera am I on, right? This one, I got two lights going. I got double red lights. How is it I have two red lights on camera 1 and 2? How do we do that?
Separate.
It's impossible. It can't work that way. Who did that? Okay, Brookie, look at me. I love you. Okay, it's a secret. Okay. All right, did you say? Is it on this one? No, both of them are red. Hey, can you see that? Both of these cameras are red. This is weird. Huh? Isn't that right? It's not supposed to be that way. We can do things that Channel 22 no one in the industry can do. You can't believe what's coming up. God bless you. Right now, Harriet Sloan is from Brandon Christian Library, and she wants to talk to you and me about starting a Christian library. It's a fascinating idea, something that I hope we have your attention all during this time, because it's really a great idea. Harriet Sloan, make her feel welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
How did you come up with the idea?
Well, first of all, I was saved by reading a Christian book. And you don't hear of too many people that are saved by knowing Jesus Christ, their Lord and Savior, through a Christian book.
Yes, well, do you
And I was
remember
a church member.
Do you remember the book?
No, and I'm glad I don't.
Yeah, that's right. You'd be having cases of them passing
That's
around.
right, I would. I really would.
When you had the desire then to have a Christian library, it probably has never been tried, has it?
No, not really.
Now, you're saying that many people that own Christian books contribute to a library.
We started out with, I'd say, probably about 500 books, and no audio tapes whatsoever. And but in the meantime, we have 3,000 books and about 600 audio tapes. The Lord has raised up.
So obvious. Now, this is in the Brandon area.
Brandon.
When a person watching, because you're going to inspire a number of people right now to say, I can do that in my area, Washington, or not Washington, but I said that. I believe the Lord just said, let it go, because it's going to happen.
Right.
You're going to be back on that station. But what I meant to say was Ohio or Kentucky or Alabama or other parts like that, Georgia, you could inspire them to do the very same thing. What should they do?
Well, the first thing we did, we had it incorporated. And after that, we just went ahead and put out a fleece. Now, I don't suggest everybody put out a fleece.
That was your way.
I put out a fleece, and I asked the Lord for $100. And I thought this was about 12:30 in the afternoon, and I thought it'd take the Lord about 6 weeks, 6 months to raise $100. By 5:30 that afternoon, I was holding two $50 bills.
Isn't that wonderful?
And I couldn't believe it.
Isn't that wonderful?
I could not believe it. I'm sitting there at my dining room table, and I'm saying, I see it, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
When the Lord answers, we do have a problem accepting that answer sometimes because it just blows us away.
Right.
But as a result of the $100, what happened?
Well, we went out and we rented a very small building, very small. In fact, someone said you had to go back outside to change your mind. And we had it for about a year, and now we got it a bigger building now, and the Lord has just absolutely blessed.
Now, you had to categorize every book.
See, I have a little bit of library experience, not much, just a little bit. And so I asked the Lord. There was a man in Ohio that has a Christian library, and I wrote to him, called him, and he said, sure, I'll tell you how to put it together for X number of dollars. And I thought, gee, I can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
So I said, Lord, you showed him, now show me.
Isn't that wonderful?
And he did.
Okay, now, would you be in the area of helping other people?
I'll be glad to, and I will charge him.
Okay, I think that's blessed.
We have so many people, Herman, that come from other cities, believe it or not, and want to check out our books. So it's needed. It's a ministry that's needed.
Okay, when we think of a Christian library, are you saying that all of the books, they're totally non-secular?
They're all Christ-centered, every single one.
Every single book.
And
how do you check them out? For example, if someone were to donate their entire library, they may have some books that are teaching things other than biblical teachings. Now, do you have someone to research them, to check them out? How do you do that? That's awful time-consuming.
We read every book, every single book, and you would be surprised the books Christian books that we just have to turn away because they're not Christ-centered, and they're just, a lot of it's humanism, and we've got to really be careful. One of the things we look for is the publisher, and there again, not every publisher is Christ-centered, and we really have to check it out. We check every tape out and make sure it lifts up Jesus.
Okay, now, I would say that maybe some people would say, Harriet, that's suggestive, you know, you're censoring individuals. Don't I have a right to walk into your library and maybe read something by another individual that you don't exactly buy? What would you say?
I've had people tell me that, and it really, and I say, yes, it does. But the thing is that I'm responsible for every book that's in there, for every tape that's in there. We also have a Braille Bible, which comes in many volumes. That was donated to the library, and that, if you went out and bought that, it would cost you over $300. And we also have a ministry to the senior citizens where we go out and we will take books and tapes to them.
That is a beautiful ministry.
And that's, the Lord has done it. Really.
I would sure like to find out more about that ministry to senior adults where you actually take the books to them.
And tapes.
It's a great idea. If there's some way we can help you, maybe we can do something together to help you in that area, I'd love to. Because that is so important, and I would imagine it's large print.
It's large print, and that's our need right now, is for large print books. And our need is just like you said before about the Action 60, is just have people pray for the library.
Yes.
And one of the things I did, Herman, when I started this, I told the Lord, I said, Lord, if you can't do it, it cannot be done. And we just, now God doesn't work the same in every ministry. Yours is different than mine.
That's right.
And I said, Lord, I'd like to see you do it. And he's done it.
Yeah.
He's done every single bit of it.
When he lays the plan, gives you the want to, and then you see things happening.
One of the things I had trouble with, and the Lord raised up two beautiful couple. It's a man and his wife, and you're not going to believe their last name, Angel.
Oh.
And they're just absolutely fantastic. And Lorraine Angel, she and her husband help us each month. And there has been times that had not been for them, the library would not be open. I also told the Lord, I said, Lord, now, if you want this closed, you're going to close it. And he has kept it open. Sometimes we'll come right down to the last 2 days before rent's due. But he has always provided.
Now, what charge is there, and do you have problem with people keeping the books?
You're not going to believe this. We don't charge. We don't charge for anything.
So it's donation?
Right. Two things the Lord has told me to do, and I feel impressed that yes, not to charge and not connect it with the church. And now I can see why. If it was connected with the church, we would lose. We have all denominations.
Okay.
And I have people that come in there and they'll look on the shelves, you know, and they'll say, oh dear, this is full gospel. I'll turn around and walk out. And but we have a lot of Protestants, and we even have a Jewish family that come in.
Isn't that wonderful?
And I don't preach to them when they come in, but when they come in 2 or 3 times, I make sure they know Jesus. I have a way of doing it that usually and I won't name this denomination, is the first thing I ask them is how they found Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior.
Isn't that wonderful?
And they tell me. And they feel comfortable too.
Okay, we want to put up an address for you, Harriet. And if you not only want to pray for her, write to her and say, Harriet, I'm praying for your library. And then the greatest thing to back up that is to put a donation in there, because they need your help financially to keep this going. I can't think of a greater way, and I hope that Harriet Sloan has encouraged you, wherever you're watching us, to do the very same thing. It's possible, but make sure the direction is from the Lord. Brandon Christian Library, 166 West Robinson Street, Brandon, Florida, 33511. 33511 is your zip. And write to that address or call 813-681-2354. Now, if you'll do that, she's already said that she would be glad to help you. And I think that is, not only are we encouraging you, but we want you to realize that that she can even help you.
Herman, let me say something. I feel led to say this. if you want to give a donation to the library, give it to Action 60, because we want to use it as seed faith. I think Action 60 needs to stay on the air. And one of the things that I wanted to come on your program was because you go in other areas. And I believe the Lord will use this to start other Christian libraries. So give your donation to Action 60.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you having me.
And we're going to go away. We'll be right back with more Action 60s. Thank you.
God bless you.